So we go to the logic. Do you remember the website? It's logic increments. Yes. So I have used this this website like 4 years ago to build the computer I have today. All right. So I remember that I bought one that was very good. And it was enough for me to play Counter-Strike and do everything.
But it is considering FPS to monitor with using what resolution?
No, it was just to play like a Counter-Strike on 4:3 aspect ratio. And the native is 16:9. And usually the Counter-Strike players lower the resolution to 4:3 so they can get more FPS. But the thing is, I can have enough FPS with a 16:9. I can have enough FPS with 16:9 aspect ratio. So I can show you here. I can open up the game. Wait a minute.
And do you use just one monitor or more?
I use one monitor and I have my netbook on my left side that I leave my stream open. So I'm basically streaming with 2 PCs now. But the thing is, I'm playing and stream with one, and the one I'm using just to read the chat and things like that.
Okay.
So can you see my Counter-Strike?
Yes.
Okay. I need to change here to live scene. And we can go. All right. So this is the Counter-Strike scene. So we can actually I have a very good result to show you. So when we go to videos, so you see that I play widescreen 16:9. Okay. So most of the Counter-Strike players, they play 4:3 with
Change the resolution.
yes, because this is it's a very like bad resolution. So you can see like I'm gonna apply this. So this is how it would look like.
Ugly.
Yeah, but then what they do is they go to Nvidia. So we can go to Nvidia. Let me. And then we go to Nvidia control panel. What is it? Change resolution. Adjust the stop, rotate the here. Then we play aspect ratio. We put this on GPU. We override the scale mode. And the resolution is this one, but then we play aspect ratio. Yeah, and then we apply. Yes. And then when we go back in game, oh, it should be straightened, and it's not. It's aspect ratio GPU. What is that? Maybe it's for screen. Yeah. Apply. Yes. Okay. So that's how they play. They usually play. Okay. Can you see the Counter-Strike?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what is the practical effect?
It's FPS. So basically, you have less graphics to render, so you get more FPS.
Okay.
Okay. So what we do here is I have a workshop map.
Okay, like less beauty and more performance.
Exactly. So basically, you lower your settings. But not only they play with the 4:3, especially because the characters look bigger on the 4:3. So like it's easier to theoretically easier to reach, to aim, but it gets faster. Yeah? So I'm a person with which is 35 years old, and I don't have more the reaction time than a 24 years old have. So for me, it's not interesting to play for 3.
Okay,
So
but Counter-Strike, it's really important, or more just like
like
better
in Counter-Strike, for you
than
to understand, you can feel the difference in milliseconds. You can feel, if you play Counter-Strike, you can feel the difference in milliseconds.
okay.
Okay, so for example, I change one mouse that has 16 input lag latence to a mouse that has 4.5 input lag latence, and I felt the difference.
Okay.
Okay, it can be placebo though. There is a lot of things on Counter-Strike Mind that we don't know if it's true, because it is true, because it's a faster mouse, but we don't know if the human body can understand it.
Yeah, yeah, I thought.
Okay, so we don't know. So for example, now we do a benchmark. So it's an important benchmark because you pass through all the zones that the game have.
Okay. So like simulating, hindering everything.
Yes, exactly. So that's it. There you can see that I'm working like on 300, 400, between 3 and 400.
Okay.
That 200. Now went down to 17, 18. And the thing is, I have a 240 hertz monitor, so every time it goes below 240, it feels horrendous. Oh, look at now, 120 when you go inside the smoke. And then, like with a lot of players nearby, you have like 100.
Simulating explosions, movements, and everything else.
Yeah, 120 again. And now it's the end. And it's the end. Okay, now it gives us an average frame rate. So we have 292. So that's good, because most of the time, and I have an average of like, I'm higher, but my average is 292. But the thing is, when you really need, you can't go to 120 FPS, because you're gonna be like desyncing information. So like in the milliseconds that you were shooting a character that was on the left, maybe it's not there anymore. Okay, so this is complicated, but as long as it keeps on 292 is perfect for me, because it keeps it smooth. When it goes below 240, then it loses smoothness, and then it kind of change a bit how fast your aim move, and this is just like muscle memory messed up. It's completely like trash to play with that. So the how is it called, the resolution that I play, because well, I'm old, so 16:9, because then the game gets since you are not stretching the game gets its original speed. So with its original speed, so 1280, what is it? What, I don't have it.
You need to. Do you need to change again Nvidia control? Yeah.
As well. Yeah, but we need to change this to 1080. Ooh, okay, here. All right, so therefore this is the native resolution, right? So this is like how it should be daily normally. So I'm doing with 8 and 8. That's how I play with 8 mode sampling and with 8 texture filtering. But I would like to play with this It's like global shadow would be nice to play on high because you can see through smokes better. There is some parts on the game that you lose advantage when you are playing with this on low. But for this again, you need like a good computer. So I'm gonna change the Nvidia again. So no scaling, display.
The computer is like the new one that you will have?
If my computer is the new one.
No, if the computer that is gonna arrive,
Uh-huh.
it's like this is considered a good one.
More than a good one.
Okay.
Okay, so like let's say that the computer that I bought now would worth $10,000 like 6 months ago.
Okay.
Okay, and now you have like a better computer for $3,000. So
Wow.
that's like how Nvidia changed the market now. That's why the stocks of Nvidia went completely high, because they just like they break the market. Like
Cool.
basically they launch one graphic card that costs 2,000 euros that is better than a $10,000 computer.
Magic.
Dude, it's insane. And I, unfortunately, people that works with this, they like a lot of people bought the new RTX 2080 like 1 year ago, and they don't expect that Nvidia would give a new graphic card with such a high jump. So basically, the cheapest Nvidia card now that costs like 400 euros, it's better than the top Nvidia of like 6 months ago.
And what's the game changer? It is like the processor or what?
So it changed on everything, because not only you have like more memory. For you to understand, the graphic card has such a good memory that you can install like one guy install a Windows inside the graphic memory.
Mhm.
Like
Okay.
yeah, it's just like it's insane. So well, now we can do the benchmark now the way that I play. So like that's how I'm playing now, because it's better for me, and because also the quality of the video needs to be good for the stream as well. So this is, I would say, is the least we can go here. So we start more or less at the same thing with 300. Okay, and have in mind that the graphic card for Counter-Strike, it's not what move, because Counter-Strike is a CPU based game, so it doesn't need the graphic card to run. Like,
Okay, so GPU is like a CPU.
yeah, it goes completely to the CPU. So like now you can see on 980.
Okay.
Dude, you have 240 hertz. You went to 80 in the smoke. It gets like this lag, this is slow motion. It's horrendous. And this we are doing with the string online. So 80 again, and then it goes high. So like my problem is not like my FPS is higher. The thing is like when it goes lower, it goes really low. Okay. And where it fucks with the game. So now it ends.
And do you have any graphic of CPU utilization?
Graphic view utilization?
Sorry?
What did you say? Graphic view utilization?
No, any graphic of CPU utilization, like in a timeline, like a dashboard to see how your CPU is consumed?
Yes, we do have some. So, well, just to finish here, we reached 267, what is pretty good. Okay, but with the same thing. When I did with 4.3, the average frame was 298. It's on top here. You can see.
92. Yeah, below.
92, right? Yeah, 92. And then we did shoot. So over here we are talking about 20 FPS. So for 240 hertz, it works to play on 4.3 because you are not dropping so low now. So you see that the lowest that I reached was 120, while playing on 16.9, the lowest that I reached was 80, and that's like awful to play, bro. Okay, so well, let's jump here on the let's jump here. So then we're gonna talk. So basically, we have an average of 200 FPS with a GTX 1080. All right, so I'm using the GTX 1080. So I'm gonna open here actually the comparison.
Right.
GTX 1080 versus RTX 3090.
The first one is the of a year ago.
The first one, this one, the GTX 1080 is like 4 or 5 years ago, and RTX launched like 2 months ago.
Okay.
The 3090. So over here we can have like we have some information about like, so you can understand more like how fast it is. That is so like 300 on Lightning, 300 in 1 FPS against 130 FPS, 341 against 115. So basically the double on everything.
More than double.
More than double, exactly. And the thing, what is good, because since I stream FPS games, so CSGO FPS on RTX 3090. Let's see if we can. Well, that's a good one. Maybe. No, because here is prices.
What are you
Oh
searching
yeah,
for?
game on the game performance. So the thing is Valorant. Okay, Valorant I have 240 FPS. And this is the FPS that you reach on the RTX 3090. So now remember that the lowest you reach is the number on the left. So you reach 424 as the least, like the minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
now I'm following you about why it's so high theoretically about what they in fact is needed.
yeah, and like so here you can see like because like the FPS for FPS players, it's everything. If you are not playing FPS, then you really don't care too much about it. So let's see if they have CSGO. And they don't have CSGO. Unbelievable. Assassins, Valorant, Call of Duty.
Yes, maybe.
Maybe they put counter. Call of Duty, I don't need. They don't have.
Yeah.
Oh, here, Counter
Yeah, no,
Strike.
no, no. Yes.
Yeah, so Counter Strike. This is the minimal you get on Counter Strike. 663 FPS.
Okay.
So then we start to talk. So then it's when I start to make my accounts, all right? Because what's happened is I have my stream open, and then my stream gonna consume at least like 50 of these FPS.
Okay.
Okay, so it goes because I have like my graphic cards.
It consumes proportionally with the amount of people that you have connected, or is always the same consumption?
Always the same consumption.
Okay.
Okay, so I can have like 100 people or one person connected, and they will be the same. Né? So my problem here right now is like, so I can change my stream. I can change a few things on my stream, such as I can change my stream to live stream. I can change to intermission when I'm talking to people. So what I like, I believe that a professional stream would be something like you you have the starting scene. So before you start, you just put the start scene. It's rolling for a while, and I just keep going. And then I press a button here on my iPad, and it swap the scene, so it goes to the just chatting scene. So it changed completely the scenario of the stream. So the graphic card starts to render a different scene. And then I'm in the just chatting, so like my chat is popping out to the right. My camera is in there. My display is being also captured. So all of this is a render. So my graphic card is rendering. My display is rendering. My camera is rendering like other applications. And you have the game on the background. You have Windows running. You have then like a microphone. You have many things running around there. No? So my
It's possible to put everything that's not the game rendering in another computer, or in, I don't know, like the camera should help or not?
Yes, it is possible, but then it's like again, so like does it worth to invest half of the price to get like a computer just to stream?
But
Or
the specifications to execute all this stuff are high too. Amount of CPU and memory, or
no, but you would need,
GPU.
yes, you would need like at least like 16 gigabytes GB memory. The thing is, since my computer is the one that is rendering everything, the other computer is the one uploading things. So basically, it's one computer that you play the game, and then like you are just playing the game, you're just doing your thing, and the other computer will be capturing the image of this computer.
Okay.
So basically, the half of the stream is on the right side, let's say, on the computer number 2, and the game is on the computer number 1. So you don't have these problems, and this is correct. It works. But then my thing here is like, so I needed to invest in a good capture card, $200. Then you have like, it can be a simple computer. I would say that you can spend like 800 euros, and then you have this computer like plus the graphic plus the capture card. I would say that we go then ice cream, then energy that you're gonna spend like during the stream and things. I would say that it's one thing. Or you can actually spend like, I would say 100 euros more, 100 euros, 1,000 more, and then you actually upgrade your computer and you make your computer like faster.
Okay. And for example, temperature of processor and everything else, how you is cooling it down. The cooler, have some special configuration or everything else, or just the cooler that like native with the processor, it's already enough.
Yeah, I bought a different cooler, and I actually have like a very expensive case where it's a very good ventilation, and this case doesn't let the dust to go inside, so it's always clean inside.
Okay.
I opened this to clean after 3 years, and it has like a little bit of dust inside. So I don't have a problem with temperature. My problem is exactly when I swap scenes. So I'm gonna swap from my just chatting scene to my just chatting scene to my live scene when I'm live in the game, and then the stream crash, because when you do this change, the graphic card change and it battles neck, and then it just break, and then you have to like close.
But
And
the swap is like alt tab in the keyboard or not?
it swap what uh, the Streamlabs gonna capture, right? So are you in the Twitch TV now?
Okay, okay. No, but I know. No, but I know I'm following. Okay,
Yeah, you know
you're
the
talking about the platform, not about what things are in your screen.
yes, the platform. Né? So like basically like if I tell my program like, okay, now you're gonna capture my desktop. So if I go to the browser in the internet, hello X Cloudy, how are you, bro? So if I go to my like a browser on the internet, or if I go to I don't know, anything I do on my computer, as you are seeing now, uh, it's one scene, and then if I go to the game, then I have to swap scene, because the Streamlabs there has one thing that's called game capture, and it helps you to improve the FPS in game, because it goes completely focused on the game, and it ignores what's going on in the background, and it helps you to have a better game. But still, when you do this change, my CPU sometimes goes to 100% usage in it block.
And when it blocks, it's like affect
And then it breaks the stream.
the.
Like then I have to close the
But say
application, reopen the application, and go live again, because the stream just instantly crashes and go offline.
okay, and I don't know. I'm thinking if we have some alternative to set like a limit of resource to each application open, like
So we are working
uh,
basically on the minimum, né? Because the game is, as you could see, the game, even though the game is in 16:9, but I'm work with very slow, all the things very low. Yeah, and we still have like 8 FPS. And again, remember that Counter Strike is a CPU usage. So if you can see now at the stream, I'm gonna show you. Uh, I'm gonna show you here that we have the output.
okay.
So in the output, we have in encoder hardware NVENC new. So this NVENC new, it's something that Nvidia made exactly to help
Okay.
streamers.
Okay. And do you have how to try to customize the settings
Yes, I
in
customize
over
everything.
NVIDIA control panel?
Yeah, so this is what Nvidia tells you that your I have it, it's saved here. So Nvidia basically tells you that this is the settings that you should use, right? So we have the Nvidia NVENC OBS guide. OBS is the program that we use to stream. The bitrate resolution that you should use. So according to your internet, and with the more or less what you can do now. So basically the upload speed, if I have an upload of 8 or 10, so remember that I have 1 giga. If I have 8 or 10 megabytes, what is nothing for me, I can stream on 6,000 bit rate.
Okay.
Right? The thing is, Twitch, the application, just let streamers stream on 6,000 bit rate, no more than that, because more you go, heavier it is.
Yeah, to them too.
To them or to someone
Okay.
to watch. So it's a good, okay. If you have your stream well set up, it's good to stream. So if you go above 6,000, your stream might crash on Twitch, because what happened is
Okay.
Twitch doesn't work with more than 6,000. So it gives an error. Your stream go down and then it reconnects when it reaches the 6,000 or below bit rate. So I always work with 5,600 bit rate because it never crashes. If it oscillates a little bit more, it never crashes. And well, it says that we can stream with 1920 and a frame rate on 60 FPS. That's what I do. So then they tell you more or less how you work with the program, and I have done like all of these, and this is basically the stuff you should do. So bitrate and the bitrate appropriated for your upload speed. The encoder, you select the Nvidia, enable advanced encoder settings. The encoder preset, you should work with quality. And I do it. Recording, and blah, blah, blah. Well, they tell you everything. That's what it should be. And it works fine. And after I follow this, it works pretty fine. So over here, you can see like that you reach 56% more FPS. And I agree with that. Following these things, I agree with what they say here. So the stream is well set up. Okay, everything on the stream is well set up. I have read articles for something about 1 year, and also there is a forum on OBS, and basically the reason that it crashes is because the graphic card bottleneck. So what I can do, I can buy one graphic card, and that's it, nothing else. And
Like
this,
to have a graphic card dedicated to each thing.
No, just to have like more memory on the graphic card. So basically I could buy one graphic card that would give me like more FPS.
Okay.
So if we go to the Nvidia, maybe RTX graphics, I think here we can see, they might put but this is the 37th compares performance. Maybe I have it on YouTube. So basically with these things, which means is that we, like when it crashes, it doesn't crash because the computer is bad. It crashes because the computer can't handle the game, the stream, and basically the game and the stream, and like the changes of the stream. If you let it there, it's okay. But when you swap a scene, for example, it takes just the application that's doing the stream takes up like 30% of your processor, of your CPU.
If I don't know, if you stop to share, instead do the swap and start to share again in another screen, it's have some effect, or is the same consume?
You have a negative effect because then you are not only not being professional, because you are actually like you are cutting your transmission.
Okay, yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, and then like you're gonna do again, then it's like what the fuck are you doing? You know, it's kind of like you were watching the game of football, and then when they wanted to swap like the camera to the, I don't know, to the supporters, and then they like it goes no signal, and then it goes to the supporter, or the camera go behind the goal, like no signal, then behind the goal, then no signal, then show the player with I don't know, another corner. It shouldn't be like this. It should be like smooth, you know, when you change, like you can change like a smooth. Where is it? It's a watch later. Where is my watch later shoots here? Watch later, and I don't have this shit. Okay. RTX. Okay, so well, basically like what's happened is the community of streamers is talking about like a good computer for you to stream. And the thing is, they all get like shocked because they invest so much money on how it's called on a stream PC before. That now you can have everything with like in a very cheap price. Maybe like people that on their PC on their stream setup, they work with like there is stream setups that go to something related to $25,000. But it's smooth, and these people it's with 1 million viewers or things like that, you know, and then, like they can afford this.
Yeah, they have their own sponsorship.
As well as. So yeah, so these dudes have made the benchmarks that we want to see.
In games, but it's there.
So the thing is, AMD come up with this new processor, and with this new processor, they focus on gamers. They say like we're not gonna improve anything. We're just gonna improve for like video render. That's what I do because I need to render a lot of videos when I do edition, and games. That was their focus. So basically, in the comparison that you come with AMD, and the AMD never have been ahead of Intel, right? So then, so this dude, let's watch this part of the video because I believe that this is it's an important thing.
$1,000 versus $800 for the 5950X. Cinebench right away showed.
So basically, here he gonna talk about like benchmarks that you usually do with processors to know which processor is better than each other, right? So Intel gonna win some things, but it's interesting because that's not what AMD say. Like, I don't want to be good here because they don't want to be good there. Like, we want to be good for gamers in the streamers and this kind of thing. So yeah, specific, exactly. So like we really gonna give you like performance. So here is where you get, and they launched this Ryzen 9 5950X. So we start with the benchmark on Cinebench on R15. Well, it's
shows the strengths of the Ryzen 9
as you can see,
and it's actually
for, I mean, it's better.
The first non-workstation CPU to pass the 10,000 mark in our
well, let's watch
That's
this.
just incredible. Single core numbers are amazing as well, but that's pretty much what we expected.
So here he talks about single core numbers, about the cores. The single core based CPU, it's something that Intel had before that AMD doesn't have. So AMD start to have this on the Ryzen series, and the thing is, Counter-Strike works better in a single core based processor CPU.
Okay, like with a unique thread.
Yeah, so basically, like, since they are not like it's a game that counts more on the CPU than the GPU, it does help because if you throw graphic to render on the GPU, it means that you take load from the CPU, so the CPU works better because the graphic card is rendering. So more you throw to the graphic card to do, more smooth the game gonna play. Basically, works this way.
Okay.
So over here we have the 5950X, and then he keeps talking.
For the course with Zen 3. However, the actual performance increases shown by Cinebench don't make their way into every real-world application. For example, many video rendering tasks are now shared between GPU and the
Meu
CPU.
homem,
So
e aí,
while you'll
rapaziada?
see a speed increase
Nossa,
by moving
homem,
to
que
Zen 3
isso?
from Zen 2, it's actually quite minimal even with the 3950X
Sendo
versus
requisitado, hein?
5950X situation. Moving on to animation rendering in Autodesk Maya, and that's where some of the benefits from Zen 3 start to show themselves in a bit more meaningful ways. But would I upgrade from a 3950X to a 5950X for pure rendering tasks? Probably not. Zen 3 does provide a performance increase in multi-thread apps like these. On the other hand, the 5950X is an amazing option for someone upgrading a rendering workstation or productivity machine that's a few years old. In that case, it offers a massive speed up and pretty affordable price for that market. The same thing can be said about Handbrake, where it looks like throwing more cores at the problem doesn't give massively different results from the 5900X. But it's still amazing to see what the 5950X can offer versus the previous generation. Program compiling, though, this is one area
Saudação
where the
brasileira,
Ryzen 9
saudação
5950X
brasileira, irmão.
really shines. Here, it just demolishes almost
Quem
everything
que é o
in its
jogador?
path.
Desculpa, é
I said
parceiro?
almost
Já
because
conheço?
the only exception in this is the 10980XE, which actually gets its first and only win here. Metashape shows some real improvements too, and I think this highlights where the strengths of Zen 3 are. Whenever a workload's purely multi-core driven like Maya or Blender, these new
Saudades, meu
CPUs
parceiro,
offer a good
saudades.
generational
É
uplift
o
over
Max!
the previous generation.
Ah, meu
Switch over to
brother!
something
E
like
aí,
this program
Max,
that combines
safado?
lightly threaded and full multi-core rendering in a single output, and the architecture revisions really start to shine. Reality capture is basically the same thing. Our scene output involves different scan depths and render outputs, which are combined to create a rendered image, and that allows the 5950X's new CCX layout to flex its muscles, while also working out multi-threaded loads. I know while a minute
Pô, a
difference
gente tá
between
fazendo aqui
5950X and 3950X might not seem like
videozinho
much,
pra
you have to
entender
remember
aqui
a
da...
creator would be working on dozens or even hundreds of these outputs for
Entender
a
que o
single
processador que
project.
tá bom agora
So
pra
that
poder
single
fazer
minute could
stream
add up to hours of
e
time saved
jogar.
over the long run. All right, moving on to gaming, and before getting on to the results, I want to mention...
Any question, bro? Any question, bro?
Max is asking.
No, you. What's up, Movida? How are you, bro? You have any question, Negros? No? Okay. So, well, now they're gonna move here to the games, né? Blah, blah, blah. So, game talk, game shit. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Negros?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. So I ask if you have any question, bro, like, or you can continue.
You can continue. Is that I'm not hearing because I am watching in the Discord. Here, yeah, I didn't have that sound, but when I watch in Twitch, yes, I can hear the video, but here in Discord, the sound is not.
Okay. So, well, just then to finish here. So, like, basically, we are looking for CSGO, where we reach like the 534, right? FPS. So they are explaining here everything, and this we are talking about a high graphic end. So, if you agree with me, we wanted to do a stream where we wanna deliver quality to the people. So more beautiful it is, more attractive it is to watch. You agree with me?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here you can see that the i9, that's like a fucking big processor, extreme. The 9 is doing a Counter-Strike average of 560. It's a fucking computer. So like even if I buy the 39, I'm gonna do an average of 344, 346 FPS. Yeah, and now it's coming the new monitors, 360 hertz. Again, we are FPS players. For us, it makes difference.
I know.
All right. Yeah, and like what's happening is I just reached the average. Like we are looking to play to reach a higher rank. So like, and then we're gonna be playing with professionals and shits like that. And then like you need to compete, and in order to compete, it makes difference. Yeah. So over here, they explain something. So I believe that if you agree with me, when we look at the CSGO graphics, we have the 5950X, and you can see that the 59X, that's the cheaper one, it's doing better. Huh?
Yeah.
And then like they explain over here why they do better. Where is it? Let me see. No, here. Here. Rapaziada, vou terminar esse videozinho aqui em inglês, mas a gente já troca uma ideia aí já, hein? Só tem que terminar esse conteúdo aqui. Beleza? Pra não deixar a rapaziada na mão. So, okay, negros. So over here we have the 5,000 series. So that's how it works with the 5,000 series that they have like, I don't understand this shit. Okay, so I believe that you understand it better than me. So basically you have like he explained it here. Let's watch it.
The thing is that I'm not hearing the audio of this YouTube video.
Ah, you're not hearing?
No, in Discord, it's not.
Ah, okay. So, well, basically here, he talks about how it works. There is a Ryzen, and how it works the one with
Better performance.
So the thing is like now you have two different things. So you see that you have these two orange box now, and before you have one orange box, right? So that's the reason that the 59X do better in Counter-Strike.
Okay, yeah, because it's using like just one processor, how you told it before.
Yeah, so it doesn't increase latency because it's just like one communicate. But again, that's a new technology. So I believe that Counter-Strike coming with a new source engine and all this shit, you can see that all the new games, the new processor is doing better because the games start to adapt to the technology.
Yeah, to take advantage.
Exactly.
To use all the resources and features from these new processors.
Exactly. So right here, I believe that I'm going like, I'm trying to build a stream setup for 5 years. Né? So no, I think it's possible because right now I'm on a setup that I did like following the logical increments, and as you can understand, it's still good, and I'm doing the stream right now, and this has been 4 years, and I didn't bought that good computer.
Yeah. The problem is just when you have to switch to gameplay.
The problem is just that shit. And again, if I don't have to stream, I would never change my computer now. I would change it in like 2 years. So this computer would be something like a high-end computer game for me, like until, I don't know, for 6 years, bro. That's a lot. Yeah. Like that's a lot. So I believe that here I'm going like higher, and like the thing is, it's good because I'm using the same PSU, not the power supply. It's the same cabinet because I bought a very good one, and the same hard drives because it's SSD and shit. So I'm losing a bit because it's a new technology. So I know that I'm gonna lose like 5 points on my FPS, but it's so much that it doesn't make difference for me. And I think that I will be good for the future. And then it's my question to you. What do you think about it?
It's okay. It's okay. It sounds great. I don't know if Steam will launch new release or updates to take real advantage about this cool stuff, or when they will. It's a question. Could you consult or query anywhere like the new release of CSGO and what's the feature that, like, what's the new update or any feature that could be needed to take better consumption of this new processors family?
No.
No, like
no one have
a release date.
No one have any idea. That's actually a funny thing. I'm gonna show you here how it looks on Twitter. How do I? Oh fuck. Twitter. Yeah. I'm gonna show you how it looks on the CSGO profile when they post something. So this is then they like on November 24, right? They reach again 1 million players.
Okay.
So when you
Just nothing.
Nothing, doing nothing, doing nothing. And and then you come with people saying like, where is our new operation update? Beaches. Operation, please update. So like, because no one knows. No one knows. And then Brazilians being Brazilian, like because VSM is a dude that was caught cheating and he's banned from Counter-Strike competitions, like in major. So Brazilians want him to be free. That's how it is.
But basically it's why I stopped to like CS like 15 years ago.
So that's just like because people get mad, bro, because they don't do any fucking update. It's like they don't do update. Like
It will be a
look,
good
Source
stuff.
2, and they make a huge hype. They make a huge hype that the Source 2 would come in June. So everybody was like so excited it's gonna come in June, and then they just like, nope.
But they did not notify when they plan to do it.
No, that's the thing. They don't talk. They never do. They don't use like a communication with their players. Like they just like launch it from the night to the day. It's gonna appear. No one gonna know. And everyone that if anyone say like will be that day that time, it's a lie because it happens all the time.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so like we don't know when it's come, but like we know that the difference between the games in here is just like it's a 5 points, bro. It's a nothing.
Yeah.
Like I think it really, I think it really worth the try. And
you need to share like these frameworks that we showed to me and compare with the new ones when the new machine arrives.
yes. So like I believe that I did a good job. So if we go here to the logical increments, so remember, like when I bought it, I bought between. I remember that I bought between a very good, that's here, and great. Now I bought some pieces from very good and some pieces I bought from great. And all of these, I think that this place is amazing because like they tell you what's the best that you can buy. It's not like just here for money or shit. Like they have benchmarks and shit. And then they tell. So I remember that before it was just Intel over here. And then like the thing is AMD they have come so hard like with their things now. They really work their ass off. So like basically you don't see like you don't see. And even like you can see that enthusiast PC you can buy the 6800 XT. That's AMD video card. Though
The last one.
though on the time on the where we are going, and this is like the price of this is 650 euros. Yeah, so like, dude, it's like compared to this one. Look, this one is 1,500, and then like one thing that's good you to know, and that's pretty interesting, is that the video card, the RTX 3090, it comes with all the 30 series. So from the 37th, from here already, that you can see the price over here. Where is it? Here. 37, RTX 37, $500. So from this series until this series, the 39, they come with specific things for streamers. So like, for example, you know that streamers, they need the green screen behind when they want to do some kind of stream. Do you know about it?
No, I'm not.
No, RTX 39, it's a green screen.
Okay.
So can you actually game in 80K? So like, actually you can game in 80K. We start for here. That was like, okay, that's a good video. So like, can you connect it to the stream? Because I think that's It's a nice video to watch.
I would just jump to Twitch, okay?
Okay, but keep connected on the audio here because you're not gonna you have a delay on Twitch.
Okay. Yes, I am Twitch now.
Okay, so we're gonna is this the video? Okay, yeah, well, I think over here. Let's see.
Hey everybody, I'm Brandon and I'm very excited today to talk to you about our Nvidia broadcast app. Like many of you, I've been home a lot more lately. I've been video conferencing all day and then gaming and streaming all night, and I have a very basic webcam and microphone setup. Nvidia broadcast makes these things supercharged with a lot of new awesome features that really bring it out using the power of AI and RTX GPUs. The first one I want to talk about is noise removal. So I've asked my girlfriend to join me with a blow dryer here, and that distracting sound makes it very hard to understand what I'm saying. But when I turn on noise removal in NVIDIA broadcast, you find that it's completely gone. And that blow dryer is still going. Thanks, Aaron.
Nice.
So you saw?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So like that's one of the features that you have with the new Nvidia. And of course, they keep these things for the new Nvidia. So I'm gonna keep going with the video.
Sometimes, though, the audio issue isn't on my end, but on someone I'm talking to. So I've also asked my friend Jade, who I play Valorant with, to join me so I can apply noise removal to his loud mechanical keyboard. Jade, are you there?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well, man. I need you to give me some of that platinum level Valorant advice that you've given me before, but this time with that keyboard going in the background. And we're going to test the NVIDIA broadcast feature.
Sure. Make sure you work on your aim. I always recommend to stand still when you're shooting, and you should definitely learn the callouts for each.
So if you guys are listening, I can barely understand that advice he's giving me, and I'm staying stuck in silver. And what I need to do is turn on the NVIDIA broadcast app, and let's try
Sure.
that again one more time.
Make sure you work on your aim. I always recommend to
What the
stand
fuck?
still when you're shooting, and you should definitely learn the callouts for each map.
And there it is. Thank you so much, Jade. Appreciate it.
A minha mãe no chat causando. Eu queria ver como é que os vídeos sonavam, mas vai lá no site causar agora. E aí, mãe, belezura? Manda um salve aí. Sorry, guys, it's my mom in the chat. As you guys know,
Afonso.
moms are always on top of the priorities. All right. Well, we keep going because I think he's gonna talk about the green screen now.
But NVIDIA broadcast isn't just awesome audio
But
features.
I think that
There's-
maybe you have some, I don't know, another stuff that can help you that's like not native of the video card. It's probably it's possible to install it in your PC and try to mute specific patterns of sounds, you know, like
Yes, you do have, and then I actually have a very good microphone for that. So like I don't have problems with that. So like you are talking to me and you are not hearing shit, right? Behind my back. Are you hearing anything? Negros?
no, you're hearing me?
Yeah. So like you can't hear, like, for example, my cat's meowing. Can you hear it?
No.
Yeah, so like they are meowing. So like I have a pretty good microphone for that, and that's a good thing. That like that's not a problem. But it's an extra feature, and it can be improved. So the thing is, again, if you install an application for that, you have CPU usage going on. All right, so you are having all of this
Mhm.
already integrated on your graphic card. So you are taking load off of your CPU.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm following.
I feel that I'm selling to you, bro.
No, now I'm like in pause because I'm doing a little search here to see if I find any options.
Yeah, no, basically, like you need a good microphone, you know, because like when you talk, like you need a good microphone. Because, dude, trust me, I was with a microphone that you could hear me breathing, and that was just like awful at all. Yeah. And especially when I like if you drink some water, it was like, dude, it was horrendous. And after I swap microphone and I take a very good microphone, yeah, then it completely changed. And then is when I change microphone, like a lot of people they think that they should have a graphic card or they should have something, but trust me, to do a stream you need a good camera, not a good camera, but at least an average camera. An average camera is good. You can actually use the camera of your cell phone. What you need is a good light, that you definitely need, and a good microphone. So like you should invest in microphone, light, and a computer that you can at least stream to the list. Yeah? And then here we are going already for another case that's like stream high quality and this kind of things. All right, so let's finish this video.
Some really exciting video features as well. Let's take a look. First up, we have the ability to blur your background.
Look at
You
this.
may notice that I need because I have a very cluttered and messy room. But when I
some
turn this
delay
background blur feature on,
with Twitch,
all of a sudden I
so
get this really
will
classy
wait.
effect. And I can adjust the strength of that from low to high and everything in between. Or, if I want, I can actually replace the background altogether. Now I'm in a space station with the magic of AI. It's that easy.
Okay.
Or, if
in
I want to
my
jump into some gameplay, I can...
in the work we use Microsoft Teams. Like we have these alternatives to put another's backgrounds. It's like the same.
But you use an application for that?
Yeah, from it's like a feature that we can enable and disable in this case in this Twitch or Discord. The Microsoft Teams is like the new Skype for business, you know?
Yeah. I heard about it, never used
Like
though.
Microsoft Team. I don't know if like Discord maybe have some of these features.
Maybe. Well, but the thing here is like we need to take the display. We need to take like, so if you're gonna do, for example, on Discord, you're gonna actually stream the display and then you capture the audio and then you fucks with your, like, you literally can't stream Counter-Strike. Let me see why my cat is. Let me see. Give me 1 minute. Bro, oh my god. I'm gonna take a picture. Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture. Don't come down. Ah, that's why you are doing noise. You fucking asshole. Come here. Oh my god. Boy. Boy. Oh, you went on top. If you go on top, you have to know how to go down. Yeah. Oh my god. Dude, my cat was on top of the door of the box.
Why?
I don't know. He was meow. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? He was like trying to equilibrate and he was like, just cat on the tree, you wanna go down and crying.
He needs food, man.
I don't know, bro. I think no, he needs to like climb, bro. He needs to climb things. Fucking asshole, bro. He's a terrorist. Like, he sleeps on top of the wardrobe. This one. Miso can't go to the wardrobe. Like, Miso just looking at him like, dude, I'm not going there. All right, so like, well, we have this background sheet over
Remove the
here.
background altogether
So let's just
and jump into some
finish
Valorant.
this.
And now I'm playing with a green screen effect.
So this is the green screen effect in the game that you're gonna see maybe in 10 seconds.
Okay. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Without actually having to have one at
Oh.
home.
well, this is. Let me see if
I don't have to
something
play
is more
good,
interesting.
but at least
Like,
conferencing
it's
brown so much.
your ugly
Grab my
face
Nvidia
all the time
And keep yourself in the center.
with the game. You want to torture everyone. That's
Huh? What did you say?
you is. The thing is that I have two audios here. One from Twitch with delay, and yours and alive.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
I also, yeah, that's so. Your idea is to take your ugly face and put here in the same time that you play and share with everybody.
No, I don't think I'm gonna do it. But that's it's just to show you like that this graphic card comes with like it's more future for streamers. So like this is like the mainstream things for streamers. But the thing is, what you really want to know from this is like how it connects with Twitch, how it renders your game, how it takes load from the CPU to your stream. So like basically like the stream can do the stream alone. The graphic card can do the stream alone. You don't need a computer. So you don't need a, because that's what's happened. People are streaming with two computers, correct?
Yeah.
Because like they want to take the load of one. And now instead of having two computers, you have a fucking graphic card and it does everything.
It's promising.
Yeah, no, it works. It works. Like all the streamers that like they are the big ones, yeah, like they are doing like a stream on that way now because basically they don't need. So in Brazil we have a Gaules, and Gaules is a guy that he's doing, but he's working with Intel, and he just uses one computer. He doesn't use two, and he does Counter-Strike, all this shit. And he's the biggest, one of the 10 biggest in the world. So he works in a really simple way. But again, that's the simple of the stream, you know? Like to work smooth. Basically, now you have a car that is 1.0 that can go, but when you go to climb the hill, the car lost speed, you know? But you can have a 1.6, and 1.6 gonna bring you to the mountains chill. Or you can have a 2.0 that's just too good, and but just gonna waste thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So all right. So then over here, like then how did I work it out? So I work it out that's what I think is better for me. That it would be the RTX 3090. Okay. So we are working with one that is an OC from Asus. Not this is the work with the TUF game, and the TUF game is the one that's the cheapest one basically. Yeah. So they have one that's called OC, so you can overclock the GPU. I don't know if this is even needed, but you can overclock the GPU automatically. Like the GPU already comes with automatic overclocks. You just click the button. You know, it comes with the fan. It's already prepared for this to work a little bit more if you need.
Or fry.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, it doesn't fry because it already comes like it comes with like approved overclocks. You know.
Yeah, you know, but it's the thing is that everything is like have your amount of hours, the durability. So it's like it will shorten the life.
Yeah, exactly. It is. I totally agree with you. But that's the thing. I don't think I'm gonna like right now. I'm running in an overclocked E7 from 4.2 to 4.8, and my GPU is also overclocked to 1.8 megahertz. and automatically it's from 1665, what is very good. It just doesn't do the shit. So anyway, so I work with the AMD Ryzen 9 5950X because as we can see, like the AMD in the video, like gonna give it 300 to 400 FPS more. So I think that this is the call. I choose the Celsius 24 cooler because I don't want the RGB shit. Like, I'm not the RGB fan. I work with the over here. They are giving this as Asus Prime X557. I think it's a pretty cool motherboard. They give you the gigabyte autos. I have one, but I feel some latency in gigabyte, and I don't like their support. Okay, so like I have like the way that they send firmware updates and these things, it's really bad. Right, so they have a really bad post sale basically. And the thing is, I don't know if you remember, but I have a Asus router that reaches 2.5 gigahertz of transfer speed. Internet transfer speed. So what I did, I bought an Asus motherboard. That's an Asus 57X.
Now your computer is using wireless connection or cable?
Cable connection. I'm not a gamer with wireless connection. Just
yeah.
No. No, I would never be global elite. All right. So what we wanna see from these? Let's see if I can. Okay, so we have a 2.5 giga RAM in this motherboard, and it's just like that's the thing of when you're paying in euros in different than reais in Brazil, you know, like this 30 euros worth the pay. In Brazil, a difference between these motherboards would be like, dude, we would be talking about 2, maybe 3 salaries, but here we are talking about 40 euros. Yeah. So okay, so we get this 2.5 giga RAM. That's and I have the router that can deliver the 2.5 giga RAM transfer internet.
Cool.
So the difference, it's 30 euros.
It's better.
That's much better. So well, we take this one, and then I have to change the memories as well because well, since I was being invested, so like, and AMD really needs like a good memory. Like for Intel, it doesn't make difference if you have like a 3000 megahertz to maybe 4000 megahertz.
It's another frequency, another speed.
Yeah, it's another speed, another frequency, but the processor works fine itself. It doesn't depend so much of the memory. That's what I read. I don't know if it's true. While AMD, if you have a faster memory, it works even faster. We are talking about 12% performance.
Wow.
Yeah. So then I was like, dude, what the fuck? So like, I'm not gonna work with 3000 because you're gonna have a Ferrari and you're gonna put like I don't know, bro, like Uno wheels, Uno wheels in the Ferrari.
Okay.
So I was like, bro, okay, no, let's take this shit as well. And so the hard drive we have, we actually have like a SSD, what is cool. So we don't need like all this shit. The power supply, I mean, work with 750, and I read that it's all fine. Like Nvidia asks 750 minimal on their. They say that would be the ideal to have 750 watts on the power supply. I'm work with 750, so I'm gonna use the same. I'm not gonna give it much. So what do you think about it?
Okay, but it's like you are talking just about the video card but how much? How many consume the CPU and motherboard and everything else? It's like, I don't know if it is like less than the necessary amount of.
Yeah, like I have been like when I went to a forum to read a little bit about this, people say that usually the graphic card, the CPU and the graphic card with the RTX 3090 we are talking about, people are talking that is just like 750 is just like more than enough. You still have like 150 to spare if you want
Okay.
overclock.
Okay.
They say
Better-
that's kind of like it's not needed. They don't actually, in the forums, people are talking about they don't understand why you would go for 1850 above 1850. They say like it's just like power consumption in your home, you know.
Okay. Okay.
And then, well, the case I don't need to buy because I have one. So like I did the two things here that was completely like I don't need to do it. I just did because I have the investor. That is
Mm,
to buy memory. So I could work with the one I have here fine, and it would be completely fine. But since I have the investor, I was like, and the investor, dude, basically is like, dude, it's like take what is good. Don't go for like take something that is like you don't need to upgrade because I would need to upgrade like as soon as I could. But well, anyway, so we took 64 and we took like separated. We took four of eight. We took 32. Sorry, we took 32 gigabytes, and we took two of 4 of 80 gigabytes of 400 and 400 megahertz, like the fastest one, to make it
Nice.
to make it fly, you know.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is something that I don't need, but well, I bought because we could. And the other thing that I don't need, no, I think that's it. And then the other things I need.
Supply just.
A power supply I don't need. That I bought that I don't need was like, no. Then the rest, all of this I need. So we are working with a computer on the extremist side. We did an upgrade. It's a good upgrade. So then what I'm gonna...
Now I'm curious to see it's working.
Yeah, me
Is
too,
my
bro.
machine working?
Me too, because like it's sad when you have 11 people on the stream, everything is working so beautiful, and then it crashes. And like, dude, it's a hard work. It's a hard work, and I'm trying to do something here, you know. And then when it breaks, it's just like it's a cold shower. Just like what the fuck, mate. So like, and then you go back again, and then and like it. Now we already have the talk about like the monetization of all of this.
It's a little depressing. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and then I don't know, like I could be much far. The thing is, like, the computer was holding me back in some points, and then like that's not what how it should be, right? The computer is there to like.
Inventory is your bottleneck.
Yeah, exactly. It's my bottleneck. So yeah, like basically on our conversation, I believe that I could do a stream and be like in the middle of this stream, okay, with $1,483 computer. But we went a little bit more. We did the 3566. We did a little bit bigger, better than this one, because this one is working like.
Yeah.
Is
It's
working.
like all in one. Instead, use two machines to do the work.
Yeah, like if we click here, I can do. But yeah, if you start managing here, like instead of get like 32 gigabytes, if you start to manage all the way you should, you go for. I spent 306, 3006. I think that's yeah, I think it's good, bro. Like to pay in 1 year, I have 1 year to get it back, you know. So plus you are as well to get back money back. I'm just doing that. Fuck me.
Beers, okay.
Yeah, beers is okay, right? All right, bro. So yeah,
Nice,
so
nice.
that's the thing. Like, so you agree with me? We did a good decision here.
And of course, I think that after start to use this new machine, the thing that we can talk about is like see all the features that will be available with new processor and GPU and everything else, and see what kind of configuration we can use to optimize everything, and try not overclocked. Because if we are not overclocked, when you arrive in a top consumption like a CPU, we will always have something more to consume. When you are already overclocked, it's not any
Anything more to consume?
space to expand. Yeah.
Maybe this could be a
You
problem
you
for you.
already using you already using like the plan B when you are using the overclock,
So you know what I'm gonna try to do? I'm gonna try them tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm not streaming, but my next stream I'm gonna try to lower my overclock
No,
to medium.
just no, not using the overclock, because when you have this spike, maybe you will have some resource to gather thing work fine.
Nice. That's a good tip, bro. That's a good tip. Yeah. So basically here it's interesting because they actually have this capabilities thing here. If you see in the stream, the excellent computer, you see that you can game stream, but it's a different light green.
Okay, you don't have a legend to these colors.
What
is the gray color?
The great, that's the great color. Né? So we are working on the extremist right now. So the extremist, no, but it makes different because then you have the green color, the real green color, because which means like there is something not working precise in the true stream in the great color in the great computer. So there is something that you can stream, but it's something that you can't do well. So for example, we have the capability to have office usage. It's a good green because it's a good computer to use as an office. Have gaming, photo editing, video editing, like light gaming. So I'm gonna tell you one thing that you can do when you are streaming, and imagine like how dynamic it is. All right. So you take your stream, and then you have like a stream deck, and then you can make a macro. Look at this, bro. You can make a macro. You press a button, like, okay, so like I did like a nice, like a very nice like clip. Like, okay, like this last 30 seconds, like I make a very nice play, I kill 3 dudes and I win the round. Good. I press this button. This automatically make a clip of the last 30 seconds. It automatically bring it to Sony Vegas. Through a micro, it's gonna render. It's gonna open the application. It's gonna open the clip. It's gonna put the color loot that you have already pre-selected. It's gonna put everything, and you are playing the game. It's everything working in the background. So it's gonna work colors, audio, everything from the setup that you have to like on your standard. And then it's gonna upload to your Twitter. It's gonna upload to your Twitter. Gonna upload to your how it's called, to your Twitch. Discord. It uploads to everywhere, like YouTube is the word. So it's gonna upload to YouTube, and it's all done, and you are playing like you are still like on your work. So like imagine how good is this computer, and imagine like how is your engagement like with your social media. Like on instantly, you are playing, you're just like boom, you take a clip and like in less than 30 seconds you have this clip uploaded in the internet. And you even didn't, you click one button, bro.
Yeah, it's like more productivity to you.
Yeah, bro, yeah, exactly. E aí, Max, meu parceiro, obrigado pelo follow, bro, appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going. Take care, guys. In this case.
All right, so, well, Negros, thanks for your time, bro. Appreciate it. Evandro, né?
Yeah.
Mr.
Look,
Evandro.
your mom is here. Now I'm gordinho.
Podemos falar um pouco de
Brazilian
português
invasion.
aí também, né? Porra, vai, agora já acabou também. Vai, todo mundo vai tomar no cu você também, movida. But did you find the best components already? Yeah, bro, yeah. Só estamos aqui charlando aqui e nada, era para saber o que pensava aí, meu amigo, pero nada, já tudo reglado, tudo aprovado, tá aprovado.